It's a nice leisurely Sunday, and I do have a point, but we're just gonna coast along with this topic and we will get there when we get there. And that's just the way it's gonna be. So, being a professional psychic, I have connected with so many other psychics. And, hearing their stories is so cool because for some of those things, it gives me validation like, oh, this is this. Like, I get chills at times and I never knew what that was. And it's only at certain times. And I've had all these little experiences that I had no idea was actually something. And then I hear their stories about when they were children and, the things that they would experience. And I thought, why is it that I didn't have a childhood psychic experience like everybody else? So I was feeling kind of like an outcast. And I think that realistically, I know that sounds funny to say realistically, on a topic like this that involves something that many people, including myself, are a little bit skeptical about. And I think it's important to be skeptical, hold yourself accountable, make sure that, there's nothing medical going on. Make sure that I'm accurate, stuff like that. Um, but anyway, realistically, I think there were some things going on that I kind of overlooked, and one being the ringing in my ears and the flashes out of the corner of my eye. At some point, I was like, that's just a trick of the light, or that's this or that. And I made it up to be something more like that. And once I got to that point where I just dismissed it entirely, it stopped. And when I was about 16, 17, give or take, I said to myself, I haven't seen that in years. Maybe like here or there throughout the years, but it wasn't as consistent. And once I acknowledged it again, it came back on full force. And for different periods of time, it would be all the time, just constantly. So I think that was one. Another one is that people say they had spirit guides that communicated with them when they were young. And I never really had that. So I'm like, okay, so am I the freak here? Am I the outcast? And um, what I concluded, and I think this is interesting because instead of comparing ourselves, if we look at things a little deeper and try to understand our journey, not through somebody else's, but our own, I think we can make a lot more revelations. Mine always came through stuffed animals because I always got words of wisdom that were beyond my years, or, words of comfort and that kind of thing. But anyway, my time's running out.